So first of all, I just wanted to thank you for taking the time to do this podcast, man. Obviously, it's something that's very important to me, and I think it's going to be something that really helps a lot of people who are trying to get into the industry. And just some background for you. It's I started this platform called Your IT Journey, where I essentially want to help people get into the IT industry. Mainly people who don't have experience or are currently studying for their certifications. Just essentially people who are interested in IT but they don't know where to start.
Right.
And then once they do make the decision to get into the industry, it's just like, all right, where do we go from here? What am I aiming for? What certs do I need? What kind of information do I really need to focus on? How long is it going to take? What's the process? So that's essentially why I started this this whole thing. And a part of that is also I want to interview people like you who are in the industry and kind of have it so that you can tell us about your experiences and the even the technical like tasks that you're performing on the day-to-day job, just so people get like an idea, right? Like,
right.
What are they expecting? I mean, a lot of people, when they make the decision to get into IT, it's either they're forming a new passion for it, or, I mean, straight up, they just want money, man. This industry, you can make a lot of money, and
Absolutely.
Regardless of the reasons like that, it's still good to give these folks an idea of what they're about to get into. So that's where people like you come in, and that's why I started this podcast. Also, is just have these conversations. I don't want it to be anything super formal. We're just two dudes talking about IT and just chopping it up. So yeah, man. Welcome to Your IT Journey podcast, and for everyone listening, I am joined by my good friend Nelan. We go way back. We went to high school together, and middle school actually is crazy. But yeah, Nelan, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people that are going to be listening to this, and kind of just give us your background. What are you doing in IT right now? Like your position, and yeah, we can start from there, man.
Well, thank you, Samdarsh, for having me on here. It's an honor to be one of your first guests on here. Like you said, we go way back. We went to high school together. We were the RM guys out there, just finding our way in the world, I guess. And here we are now in the IT industry. So for my IT industry, I work in a financial institution, and so basically my job title is Helpdesk technician, which is basically your Helpdesk one. What my job entails is managing our Helpdesk ticket service. So every day, whatever issues occur throughout the branch, we have users open tickets up, depending, no matter like how small or big the issue is. Like,
right.
One of the most like trivial tickets that we get is users locking themselves out. Like, hey, I put my password in too many times. Can you unlock me?
Yes.
Stuff like that. Phone's not working. We are currently using the MyTel phone system. We've experienced issues here and there, depending on, because we're managed by MyTel, so their phones are west. So if their service goes down, then it kind of messes everyone else up. Because in the credit union that I work at, we have a service department who manage calls. So basically what they're doing is just like talking to members, helping them out with everything. And so they have a service on the computer that just talks to members, uses that to talk to them. But like I said, if it goes down, and they're kind of screwed. So then they kind of have to go back to just like using the handheld phone as opposed to just using it from the computer side of things.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. That's cool, man. Yeah. And before we continue with that, I just, it's funny that you say like the first thing you brought up was the account lockouts and resetting passwords, because like the very first video that I put up on YouTube was, well, I guess the second video I put up was, it was the Active Directory stuff. And it's just how to unlock accounts, how to reset passwords. And I keep telling everybody, like, when you get into IT, especially the tier 1, the majority of it is going to be exactly that. It's just unlocking accounts, resetting passwords.
Oh, Active Directory is like your bread and butter right there. Like that's your best friend there.
Yeah, dude. And see, this is the kind of stuff that I want to hear on this podcast, man. Just like you saying that's the bread and butter. That's exactly why I put out that 1 hour video of just Active Directory for beginners. Just how do you do the basic tasks. And I love that you said that your title is a help desk technician, because when I'm telling these people like the specific jobs, like the job titles to search, like they're all different, right? But they're kind of the same thing. It's the tier 1 help desk.
It's kind of like the wording that's different, but more or less it's the same job, just like the title may be like
exactly
a little bit different.
Yeah, it's tier 1 help desk, service desk technician, help desk technician, IT field technician. Like there's so many ways to put it, and that's also really important for when people are getting into the industry or when they're ready to start applying for jobs, is when they go on Indeed, it's just what jobs do I like, what do I search? So yeah, man. Dude, yeah, that's awesome, dude. So you mentioned the My Telephone service. So right now we've talked about and a lot of this is just giving people the an idea of what they're going to get into. So we have the you mentioned tickets in general. So let's start with the tickets, bro. What ticketing service are you guys using?
So ours is Simplify IT.
Simplify IT. Okay. I don't think I've seen that. I mean, there's so many ticketing services out there. Have you seen Remedy or like Jira or Service?
I've heard of Remedy.
Remedy, yeah. And ServiceNow. Have you heard of ServiceNow?
And ServiceNow too. I think we were looking into, because like with our ticketing system, we're trying to like revamp it. So we've also been looking at like other solutions as well. So it's one of the ones that came up when we were discussing it in one of our meetings maybe like 12 months ago.
Mm-hmm. So are you guys looking into a new one, or was Simplify IT?
It's more like kind of revamping Simplify IT.
Okay.
To make it like more like user friendly.
Gotcha. I've never even seen the interface. How do you like it? Is it? I mean, I'm sure like all ticketing services they act the same, right?
Yeah, but I like it aside from like for some of the tickets, like it doesn't really like tell you like if you have a certain problem, like I'm trying to think of an example that I could give. Like,
I mean, we don't have to get too deep into it. I mean, it's the thing about the ticketing services. There's so many out there, and all these institutions, they have their preference. But it's good for people to know that yes, when you get into IT and you're working, you are going to be using a ticketing service no matter what. No matter where you are in the ladder, you're going to be using a ticketing service.
No matter what, you're going to use it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So that's cool. Simplify IT. I'm gonna have to look up that after our discussion, because I don't think I've ever seen that. I know, like right now where I work, we're using Jira for like our internal team, which is beautiful, by the way. I love Jira. Like it's so like Atlassian, they just did a fantastic job of creating this software suite. It looks so like it's so user friendly. It has everything you need, and it's so playful. It's like colorful. I love it. And then the enterprise,
that sounds nice. Yeah,
dude. The enterprise is using ServiceNow, which I'm not like the biggest fan of. I think ServiceNow is kind of boring to look at, but yeah, man, that's cool. So aside from the I really want to pick your brain about like what we're doing, right? Like that's the main point of the podcast, is what kind of tickets should people expect to be handling at a tier 1 desk, level 1 help desk job? So we got the password resets, the account unlocks, and then the phone issues. And I just want to point out to people that phone issues, just like you said, Nelan, you have your provider, the Mitel. I'm sure Mitel helps you guys. Like you said, you have Mitel support as a part of your institutional help desk.
Yeah, and basically they manage it for us. Like they provide for us, but we have like all the services that we need. Like if one of the phones like isn't operating correctly, my job, especially as Helpdesk 1, is to get in touch with Mitel and chat with their agent to see what the solution can be, so we can resolve it.
Yep. That's super important. I was doing the same thing when I was doing Helpdesk 1. We were using some service, I think it's called like Nextiva or something like that. I don't really remember. But yeah, same situation. Just connecting with that company's, essentially you're connecting with that company's help desk to help you in your help desk duties. So what else? What else aside from those two? Are you like what? Try to think of the tickets that you're dealing with on a day-to-day basis.
The ones that I deal with on a day-to-day basis, especially working in a financial institution, it's stuff with printers, especially like check printers and all that. Especially like if we get new users, like one of the tickets that we've gotten lately is like new employees. So like setting up their stations for having what they will need to basically just like, do their job.
Yep. That's awesome. I remember doing that too. Yeah, new employee setups. So when you get like the new employee tickets, are you manually setting up their laptops right now, or do you
That's one of the key things for my position, is setting up their laptops. However, we have this thing where they have to be employed for 90 days before we're able to issue them to them. It's basically kind of like a filling out period where like want to make sure that they're going to be here for the long run before you issue them like company property like that.
Nice, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, dude. For anyone listening, it's also important to point out that even though like tier 1 is kind of like the front face of all like getting all these issues, like tier 1 is the ones picking up the calls, answering the emails, creating the tickets. There is so much responsibility for tier 1. I mean, just like you said, Nelan, those rules, those stipulations, you have to know everything, dude.
Mm-hmm. And like being the Helpdesk 1, like you said, you're answering calls, you're answering emails. Like you're the first line of defense for your department.
Yeah.
So like if you got a call for that, you're the one who, depending on how necessary it is, either you take that over, or if it's a higher level of help, you get, for me at least, I get one of the other people in the department to take it if it's a more serious issue.
Yep. Yeah, so you get the call, or you get the email, or the ticket just gets submitted, right? There's a portal for customers to submit their own tickets to the help desk, and if it's an issue that you're going to try to resolve it, but if you can't do anything about it, then you escalate it to the next person. So that's awesome.
Exactly.
Dude. Yeah. So tier 2, tier 3.
The ticket works like when they make the ticket, they can pick what priority level it is.
Yeah.
Or so they will put it as like number 1, which is like critical. Like even those
dude,
passwords we get, like those passwords ones, not really
serious
thing, but they'll be like, oh, critical, I need this.
Yeah, that's hilarious, dude. Wow, that right there is such a like a common thing across the entire like IT industry. Is just the users.
Absolutely.
The users think their problem is like the absolute worst problem. It has to be. Yeah, dude, that's hilarious, man. Oh my God. I see that on a daily basis. We actually just had meetings about that, dude. That's so funny. Um, dude, that's awesome, man. So printers, new employee setups. Is there anything else that you can think of off the top of your head that, like something else that's frequently being done by you?
Well, because we have a daily schedule that has to be done. So with those, I'm the one that's responsible for the daily schedule. Meaning, so first thing that I do when I come in the morning is I check the servers, make sure the servers are good in our server room.
Oh wow,
Make
that's
sure
awesome,
there's
dude.
no like crazy lights. Like, you just make sure everything is like green
Yeah, no warning
there.
lights. Yeah, on the actual hardware, dude. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Okay.
That there we also have like automated response system, like for when members call to like check their, like, it's basically like a automated teller is what it is. Is they can call that number, like check their account balances, their credit card stuff. So I have to I call that in the morning just to make sure that it's up and running. If it's
Oh
not
wow.
up and running, then we have to, like I said, either I'll work with somebody or I'll get one of my superiors, let them know, hey, our art system is down.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, that's a good amount of information for someone to hear about what to expect for a tier one position, man. And just to recap for anyone that's listening, it's we talked about the password resets, the account lockouts. People that when they attempt to put their password in too many times, there's a policy that locks out the account. So it's up to the tier one to unlock those for them. Or people forget their passwords and you reset it for them. Um, you talked about the ticketing service, being the first line of defense. You brought up the Mitel, which is your phone provider. Um, the printer setups. Printers are huge, and I will say printers are like the bane of the IT industry.
Yeah.
They are so convoluted. Some printers are so extremely complicated, and it's sometimes it's not as easy as hey, can you turn
You
it
think?
off and on, or unplug and replug? Like it gets crazy, man.
Yeah.
And then you talked about the new employee setups, which is huge. I mean, those tickets come in a lot. So many, like there's so often those tickets come in for new employees, and then your own personal responsibilities that will vary, from person to person depending on the like where you are and where you're working. Dude, that's awesome. That is golden information, Nelan. Thank you. I appreciate you talking about that. For someone to hear that,
Of course.
they're gonna love it, man. So to continue with this, my next question for you, bro, is um, how did you get into IT?
So, like I've been grinding since high school, been working basically nonstop since 2012. I was at Starbucks for a very long time. I was at Starbucks, and basically I was kind of stuck, is what it was. Like I was stuck at Starbucks just trying to
Yeah, dude.
figure my way out in life. Um, and I was like, at that point I'm just like applying at places, but I was also like trying to figure out like what my next move was going to be. I had was at the point where I was going to get a management job at Starbucks and just go up from there because I had been there for so long. So it seemed like the right move. However, I was able to, one of the jobs I applied for called me in for an interview, which was this job that I have now. But it wasn't in the IT field, it was as a teller, the front line of the credit union. So I was able to go for my interview, do good in that, got called back for a second interview, and a couple of days later they called me offering me the job. So this was 2018, 2018 because I was 2 years there. Yeah, 2018. This is when that happened. However, COVID hit, and basically the whole world is kind of trying to figure out like what to do next with everything. Like from home started becoming a big thing. Everyone at that point, especially in the IT industry, we were like trying to figure out like how can we keep business going without fully shutting down. And that's when my IT department kind of came off as just like help them out during this rough patch. But as I impressed them so much with like my hard work, my willingness to learn, they were like, "Hey, why don't you come to the back and just work full time in IT with us?"
Dude, nice. I love it, bro. I love it.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
That's so awesome
Like,
to hear, man.
one of the like obviously we know COVID and the pandemic was a really bad time for the whole world, but there's one little bright spot for me was having this lineup for me.
Dude, yes. I love it, bro. I love to hear that, man, because that's just opening up an entire new way for like how to get into IT, right? It's it's you weren't even really going for that, but and dude, this is so beautiful. Every institution, every business out there needs an IT department. So for anyone that's listening to this right now, if you are working somewhere right now and you are thinking about getting into IT, look internally, look at your own IT department and see if they need help. If it's a small business, go talk to the person handling IT and see if you can help them. If you're in a company that has an IT department, talk to your managers about how to get into IT, express your interest and figure out how to get in there. Dude, that's so beautiful. I love to hear that, Nelan. Awesome, man. I'm happy for you, bro. You did your thing, dude.
Thank you, bro.
You did your thing, bro. So naturally, my next question for you is did you go to school for IT? Did you have any like formal education in IT?
No, I didn't have any formal education. It's all been like learned on the like as I was doing the job, I was learning everything.
I love to hear it, bro. I love to hear it, bro.
That's not to say like you can just like go in there blind with everything.
No.
You need to like me personally, like I'm one of those guys who I will learn stuff as I do it.
Yes.
Like if you like sit in the front and just like tell me how to do it, like no, I need to like physically do it myself in order for me to like understand how it works.
Yes. Love it, bro.
However, I still like I did a certification for Windows 10 at the time because like I wanted to get like certifications, especially in the shop. You need to get your certification.
Yes.
And that's one of the things that I'm doing now is taking certification for A plus.
A plus.
I'm currently taking my course for A plus right now.
Nice, dude. Hell yes. I love to hear it, bro. I mean dude, what you just said right there, if someone's listening right now and they were thinking, oh man, I can't get into IT because I have no degree in it. Right there,
bro, I'm telling you
bulb,
right
bro.
here, right now, like it is possible. You can totally do it. If
100%.
I can do it, you can do it.
Hell yes, dude. And for anyone listening, I dropped out of college. I have no degree. I graduated high school, tried college for like one semester, and I was like, nope. And so I dropped out and lived life for a while and struggled and just like you, bro, I felt so stuck. And I had to make a decision and I was like, let's just do this shit. Let's get into IT. And yeah, bro, the certifications, love it, man. I love to hear that. It's making me so happy to hear that, bro. What you just said is probably giving so much hope to somebody listening and who's thinking that they're getting in there.
Especially like for guys like you said, like how we both like struggled and like now we're in the IT industry, like just giving like that kind of hope to people. That's what I really want to. Because if there's someone out there like how I was like 3 years ago, like go for it, do it.
Yes, bro. Yes, 100%, man. That makes me so happy to hear, dude. So you're studying for your certifications right now.
I'm studying for my certifications right now.
So
plus I do like a couple most I'll do in a day is like 4 videos a day because they're kind of long videos. But like me, I need to, in order to like maintain the information, I can't just like have like a bunch
Yep.
of it at once. Otherwise, it's gonna get lost in the shuffle.
Yep. Yep. Can't
Like I
binge
think
it,
like
bro.
a couple videos a day, so then you can maintain all that knowledge that you just gained.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. I agree. You're not the only one, bro. You can't binge this stuff. This is stuff that you
Yeah.
have to digest because when you're taking these certification courses, this is information that you are literally going to need to know for the job. So you can't just binge it. It's not regurgitation. You need to digest it, bro, and learn it. So yeah, 100%, bro. And plus, dude, you're working, you know? Like
Mhm.
you're the first half of your day is you're already expending your mental energy and then to
Yeah.
try to study after that. Yeah, it's
Much.
that's a feat, bro. That's a feat.
Mhm.
And you're doing your thing, dude. Um so what are your thoughts on the A plus so far? Do you think it's do you
Plus
feel like it's
is
helping you?
good. Oh yeah, definitely. Like the way I did it, I took like the practice exam of it before I took it just to see like how well I did. It wasn't so hot the first time. I took it again the other day just to like see how much I improved. And it improved a little bit. Still not where it needs to be, but it improved drastically.
Yeah. No. That's good, dude. As long as there's no rush on it, bro. There's no rush.
Mhm.
Hey, this IT journey it's a lifelong journey, you know? Like so there's no
Yeah.
rush and once you get that A plus, you know, you're gonna get it obviously, and then it's on to the next certification, bro. That's awesome. So that answered my question about, you know, your degree and certifications and stuff like that. We talked about specific tasks. Um, so commute wise, you are you working from home or you're on site?
I'm on site every day.
Every site every day. Yeah. And do you do you wish you could be working from remote or do you kind of like that being there in
Uh,
person?
I I wish I had because I used to have like one day where I worked from home, but
Hmm.
then when everyone started coming back into the building, I had to be the guy that's on site.
Yeah.
Um, and I do miss the sleeping, again that 1 extra hour of sleep. However, I think I'm more productive when I'm in the office.
Yeah. No, 100%. Definitely hear a lot of people saying that. And it's interesting because the 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 sentiment and perspective from people is it's like a split view, right? Like people they either love remote working from home or they like the hybrid stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, when I started in IT, I was 100% on site. Uh,
Hmm.
so where I'm living right now, and I was working in DC, so I was
Hmm.
driving 50 miles one way. So, dude,
Oh, geez.
for a year straight, I did 100 miles a day. And that's the
Oh my
grind, man. That's the
God.
grind, bro. You got to do it sometimes, man. If that's what you have to do, you have to do it.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. At least the gas wasn't as high back then, right?
No, it wasn't. But 100 miles a day, bro. I was filling my gas up every other day. So
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
it was
Like
tough, man. I'm not gonna lie, it was tough. It was tough.
me, I take the metro to work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And I'm pretty close to a metro station, so it's very convenient for me. Um, During the early times of the pandemic, like there was nobody on the line. Once everyone started coming back, like I was just having a conversation with my friend the other day about how like it's like insane how like it went kind of like back to how it was before. Like it went really quick.
yeah.
Now like they be filling up. Like I saw the other day, I decided to wait for the next train because that train was too many people standing on there. I'm like, I'm
Wow.
trying to sit after a long day.
Yeah. Damn, dude. That's actually I did a little bit of metro stuff way back in the day when I was doing a little bit of IT consulting.
Hmm.
That was not fun, man. I did not enjoy the metro. But
Yeah.
that's just me, bro. I mean, like you saying
I
that
mean,
you
times, like I kind of like it. It gives you like a little like you time in a sense that takes me about like 45 minutes to get to work.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a little bit of me time during that commute.
Yeah, no, for sure, bro. I definitely get that. And like I said, it's interesting to hear that because for me personally, like I work 100% remote now,
Mhm.
and I wouldn't change it for the world, bro. It's the best thing that's like ever happened, man. And I sometimes I still can't even believe that I get to do what I get. Like I can't believe I get to do what I do from home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get to be with my wife and chilling with my cat and just just working and enjoying what I do, bro. It's incredible.
Awesome, bro. I love to hear that.
Yeah, dude. Thank you, man. And I actually feel more productive at home, which is funny. Like
Yeah.
if I'm like on site, bro, I don't feel as productive. But it's each their own, right? And it all depends on
Yeah.
the environment, bro.
Mhm.
So Nelan, so you're tier 1 right now.
Mhm.
Tell me about your goals, bro. What's on the horizon? Where do you have your target set?
So I'm trying to get my certifications and just like keep climbing that IT ladder. Go to like from Helpdesk 1 to Helpdesk 2. Um, would like to learn a little bit more about like stuff maybe like on the networking or security side of things. Because I think that's what interests me more of everything that we've done so far,
Mm-hmm.
like networking and stuff.
Yeah,
So I kind of want to my toes into that and see what that has to offer.
that's awesome, dude. Definitely. And you said you want to climb the ladder. Like you're gonna do that internally.
Yeah, internally.
That's awesome.
I mean, because like the place I work right now, I really like the place that I work, and that's like another key thing I think is like when you get into IT, like one of the things is you gotta love what you do, and I think you also need to like love the place that you work. Like I love the place that I work. Like my team in my IT department, fabulous team, like phenomenal. And like the users that I have, like they're all like good people. Like I enjoy working with them.
Dude, that's awesome, bro. That's so awesome to hear. And I completely agree. 100%, bro. 100%. And this is a good point to articulate for the people that are listening is there are so many IT jobs out there. Do not settle for a place that's not going to treat you right, a place that is not going to help you grow. And if you don't see any opportunities at where you're at, just transition, because there's the opportunities are endless out there. But you really do have to get to a place that's going to nurture that growth, bro. So I'm so glad to hear that, dude. I can't wait to see where you go. And bro, of course, like you can always reach out to me for any questions. Like I can help you in whatever way I can, bestow whatever knowledge I have. Um, and if I have any connects, bro, like I can hook you up. But yeah, man, I love to hear that. Networking is a beast, bro. It is a beast. That the networking world, especially in an enterprise environment, man, it is so complex. And that's why networking engineers make a lot of money, bro.
Yeah.
Networking engineers make a lot of money.
And it makes sense, right? It makes sense.
It makes sense, dude. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, dude, just in IT, people in IT, you can make a lot of money, man. So I don't know if we talked about it, but I'm on the infrastructure side. So I specialize in like virtualization, VMware, like Windows Server, and essentially setting up like the IT infrastructure for clients and people like that. So, dude, and the infrastructure world is so massive, and these guys are making a lot of money too. It's a good industry to be in. It's a good part of the industry to be in, bro. Infrastructure is so fun. But all the networking guys that I work with, they're so intelligent and I try to keep up with them. But God, these guys are monsters, bro. They're so brilliant.
Yeah.
And don't even get me started on the cyber guys, man. The cyber guys,
oh my God, the cyber guys,
dude, they know their shit, bro. And they know their shit. I cyber's not for me though, man. I couldn't get into the a lot of
Yeah,
it's like
I looked like into the cybersecurity side of things. Like that was like the first thing that drew my attention, and then like I just saw it's a lot, like you said, like
it's a lot. It's a lot, but it's a lot of like compliance, and a lot of it can be a lot of paperwork. But I mean, even cybersecurity is just such a massive world, dude. There's so many places. There's so many avenues in cybersecurity that you can go to. Same thing with networking and same thing with infrastructure, man. So that's awesome, dude. And doing it internally, dude, golden point, bro. Because what I tell people is, if you get your foot in the door, that's all it takes, bro. Is just that one foot in the door, and you can just run with that, bro. And
yeah, and like you said, there are so many avenues in IT that you can take. Like once you get your foot in the door, endless possibilities.
yeah, absolutely, dude. But damn, bro, Nelan, like I think we talked about a lot of good stuff, man. And I think we can wrap it up here. But before we close it out, bro, do you have any tips or suggestions or words of advice for people that are trying to get into the industry or already, looking for a job?
The a piece of advice is just like keep at it. Certifications done, especially if you don't have degree, like you said. Like if you have certification, degree doesn't matter. Certifications will help, and being IIT, especially Helpdesk One, because that's where you'll start off as. You'll start off as Helpdesk One. Knowing your vendors will be crucial for you, because as long as you know who your vendors are, who you need to contact, you'll be golden.
Yep. Dude, love it, man. Keep at it and know the technology that you're working with, know the products. Dude, that's awesome, man. Good stuff. Persistence, bro. That's 100%. This is a journey, bro. That's what I'm saying. Welcome to your IT journey. That's why we call this man, bro. Know. Yeah, bro. But man, yeah, thank you, Nelan. I appreciate you, man. I can't wait for people to listen to this. And if to the listeners, if you've made it through this far with us, I appreciate you. I hope this interview, this podcast gave you some good knowledge, some helpful stuff, and hopefully it excites you to get this process started. Like I said, welcome to your IT journey. You can find us on you can find the page on every social media. And don't forget to join the Discord, because the Discord has all the information that you're going to need to get started. Nelan's a part of the Discord. I'm sure he can vouch for the for the information that I have in the Discord.
Yeah,
and
stuff on Discord, so just come and join.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. And for anyone listening, if you have any questions, please just reach out, send me an email, shoot me a message. You can find me on all social medias, or the description of wherever you're watching this video. So thank you guys, and have a great day.